So today I want to talk about Timeshift, a backup utility for Linux distributions. It is my favorite backup utility as it is very simple to use and I can just set it once and forget about it. And it simply just works. So I have a virtual machine with Debian 11 and the LXQT desktop environment, and I'm going to be showing the installation procedure and also some of its capabilities. So let's get started by opening a terminal. The Timeshift package is already included in the Debian repositories. But if the package is outdated or not included in your repositories, you can simply add the developer PPA repository here from their GitHub and simply install it via there. It also has packages for Fedora, so you can use DNF to install it. As for other distributions, you can always check their GitHub for more information, and you can simply always compile it via code. So let's get started. We can simply install it with sudo apt install timeshift. We enter the password and it's done. So Timeshift is able to both run from the command line and it has a GUI interface. In this video, I'm just going to be showing the GUI interface, but the command line interface is also very easy to use. So I have to enter the password. So the first time that you open Timeshift, you're going to be seeing this menu. This is the setup wizard that allows you to set it up and simply forget about it. The first thing that this wizard asks you is the snapshot type, and it gives you two options. It also gives some basic description of this. Basically, you always want to be choosing rsync because BTRFS is designed for servers, and even in this case, I can't choose it because BTRFS requires specific partitioning, and simply I haven't set it up on this virtual machine. Also, rsync is generally better and faster for the hardware health in personal computers. Choosing rsync, next, it's going to estimate the system size. So now it's asking me to select the snapshot location. I have already set a new VirtualBox hard drive to store the backups. So I'm going to be choosing that. One thing to keep in mind is that Timeshift doesn't support all types of partitions. For example, it doesn't support the NTFS partitioning system, but in this case, ext4 works just fine, and frankly, ext4 is significantly better than NTFS. So we're simply going to choose the partition that we want the backups to be stored on, and we click next. Now it's asking us how often Timeshift should automatically create backups, and we have options of monthly, weekly, daily, hourly, and on boot. And this number here means how many backups should be kept before the oldest ones are deleted. Personally, I choose daily backups and I keep 5 snapshots, and this is more than enough. Click next, and now it's asking us if it also should back up the personal files included in the user directories. Personally, I wouldn't choose this option because in the case that I need to revert back to a snapshot, my personal files remain untouched, but all of the system files will get reverted and it will be fixed. But still, I have all of my personal data. And by default, it is set to exclude all personal files, but in case if you want, you can include them. But in my case, I'm not going to do that. Choose next, and it's done. We have now set it up to automatically create backups. You can also create manual backups by clicking create. And these manual backups that you make would not be automatically deleted. So if you want to free up hard drive space, you should delete these manual snapshots on your own. Now we just simply wait until the snapshot is created. Now this snapshot has been made and it's fully completed. It also shows us this tag, this O. It means that it was created on demand, I believe, or it stands for other maybe. For daily snapshots, it will have a D tag, so you will know which one was it. So now let's show it in action. If I clear the terminal, so for example, something could go wrong on the system and Firefox could get installed. So we currently have Firefox version 78 installed, and now we're going to remove Firefox. Sudo apt remove Firefox. Yes, we want to uninstall it. And now if we try to run Firefox version, we should get nothing. There's no Firefox existing. And also, it's also missing from the application launcher. So if I open Timeshift right now, and I select the snapshot and click on restore, it brings up this menu. We don't need to change anything, we simply click on next. And now it starts to compare the files that currently exist in our system with the files that are in the backup. We wait, and here it also gives us an overview of how many files changed. And here it gives us an overview. It says that it's going to restore these files, it's going to create these Firefox files that were missing, and it's going to delete these files that were created. And we simply click on next, and it gives us a disclaimer, next, and it's done. And now it's attempting to restore all of our files. After it's done, it's going to reboot the system. We're going to boot back into it, and all of our files should be here when we log back in. We can verify this. Going to internet, Firefox ESR is already here. So it's a must-have utility. I use it on my own personal computer and I find it extremely handy.